Job 1:1. There was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright, and one that feared the Most High and eschewed evil. All praises to the Heavenly Father in the name of His only begotten Son and the Holy Spirit. Call Halayim La Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Wawachaha Kodash. The honors to the apostles and the bishops, a great millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. And shalom to the believers that subscribe and listen to this truth wholeheartedly through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Satan, a perfectly designed Son of God. Satan, a perfectly designed Son of God. Job 1 verse 6. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord Yahweh, and Satan came also among them. Which means that he came amongst the sons of God. Okay? Satan, he is a son of God. He does the perfect will of the Heavenly Father on the left hand side, exactly as he was created to do. All right? So when you go into this word Satan, it gives us his MO, which when you go here, it's the Hebrew word
Strong's H7854, Shatan,
Shatan, which outline of biblical usage. One says adversary, one who withstands. Adversary in general. All right. Now when you go to the Strong's definition, it says an opponent, especially Satan, the arch enemy of good. Adversary, Satan, all right, withstand, which Satan was designed to be adverse to the Heavenly Father's righteous judges. Okay, but in that role, he is perfect. He doesn't stray from that role, and he has no authority or any rank or any power outside of what the Most High gives him, and he doesn't rebel against that authority. In other words, he plays his role to the T. He's perfect in his role as the adversary, as he was designed to be. All right. Job 1:7. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Satan, whence comest thou? Asking Satan, where has he been? Then Satan answered the Lord Yahweh and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job? Considered him for what? All right. Considered him for accusation. All right. Considered him for tempting. And that's ultimately the role of Satan, is to tempt us, not from his own authority, but from the authority of the Most High. Okay. And he told Satan, look, you need to go try Job. Try meaning test or tempt. And the purpose of him testing and tempting us is to what? Prove our integrity. That's his whole purpose. All right. And he's perfect in doing it. So you get these people who have hearkened unto fairy tales and fables about, Satan, who's known as Lucifer. As they say, Isaiah 14 is talking about the angel Satan. It's not. It's talking about the physical counterpart of the spiritual being Satan, which is Esau Edom, that physical counterpart. Esau Edom today is the so-called self-proclaimed white man, beginning with the elites, the banking families. Okay, they are the physical representation of adversity, and they are the promoters of sin in the earth, as Second Thessalonians tells us. The man of sin shall be revealed in his time. We're in that time where we understand. All right. Now scriptures say evil men understand not judgment. Ultimately, it's up to the Most High to open up your mind to how his judgment works. Everything works in a balance. He balances good and evil. All right. And he controls and authorizes both facets of his judgment, right, which come in a balance again of good and evil. All right. So this is Isaiah 45, starting at verse 5, and I'm going to read through verse 7. Okay. And it reads, I am the Lord Yahweh, and there is none else. There is no power beside me. There is no power beside me. I girded thee, though thou hast not known me, that they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west that there is no power beside me, that there is none beside me. I am the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, there is none else. I form the light, and I create darkness. I make peace and create evil. The Lord Yahweh, all right, I do all these things. I, the Lord Yahweh, do all these things. So he creates, all right, evil, all right. He makes peace and he creates evil, and he uses the angels at his disposal. He dispatches the angels at his disposal to go out and do his will, just as he dispatched Satan out to Job. Now let's continue reading back in Job, picking up at verse 8. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth the Most High and escheweth evil? Then Satan answered the Lord Yahweh and said, doth Job fear the Most High for naught? All right, so does he fear you without any motives? Okay. Has not thou made an hedge about him? So he's motivated to fear you. All right. This is what Satan has ultimately in his mind devised, that if the Most High had not given Job this hedge, he would not fear. He would not hold his integrity. Okay. Satan playing his perfect role. Has not thou made an hedge about him and about his house and about all that he hath on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands. This is what Satan's telling the Most High. And his substance is increased in the land. But put forth thy hand now and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face. This is what Satan has proposed to the Most High. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Satan, behold, all that he hath is in thy power. He's authorizing Satan. Only upon himself put not forth thy hand. Yeah, you can take all his substance, take everything that he has. I'm giving you the power to take everything from Job. Strip him down, but don't kill him, but don't touch him. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord, and what did he do? Okay, as you see here, I'm not going to read anymore. You can read it for yourself. Satan allowed to what? Test Job. And that's his purpose. That's why Satan was created, to be the tempter and to test. All right. This is a very simple topic when the Lord opens your eyes up to how his judgment works in the balance. Satan is perfect in his role. And if you never read the story before, I encourage you to read it. You will see that Satan never went against the Most High's authority in touching Job. Okay. As a matter of fact, he's going to request to take Job's health from him. Okay? Because before he wasn't even allowed to do that. He was only allowed to take Job's substance. And you read later on in the story, Satan is going to go before the Most High again and ask for authorization to strip Job's health, to basically touch Job and make him sick and diseased. All right? And in the end, the purpose of why the Lord created Satan is revealed, and that was to tempt us, test us, for the sake of proving our integrity. It's simple. It's very simple, but it says his ways are plain unto the holy. They are also stumbling blocks unto the wicked. So I want to get two more scriptures and close. This is 1 Thessalonians 3 and 5, right? As a matter of fact, I'm going to start at 3. Okay, we're going to start at 3 and read through 5. And this is the purpose, right, why Satan was created. Okay, it says that no man should be moved by these afflictions, for yourselves know that we are appointed thereunto. The Lord, he created us to be afflicted. He made us subject unto vanity, and in that subjection he has powers to tempt us into vanity, tempt us into sin, to have us accused, right? So that our righteousness will be approved, right? Because he also gives us the spirit to fight against, right? Remember, the Lord's a man of war, and he has set up both sides of that war. He's in perfect control of both sides of that war. Basically, the Most High is playing chess with himself, and we are the pieces on the board, including the angels of righteousness, all right, and the angels of the left-hand side, okay? But those angels on the left-hand side, the spiritual beings, all right, they're perfect in their roles. They don't rebel against the Most High, right? Verse 4, for verily when we are with you, we told you before that we should suffer tribulation, even as it came to pass, and ye know. And Job understood. See, Job never cursed the Most High. Within all the things that he was suffering at the hand of Satan's authorization from the Most High, he knew that he knew why the Most High was doing what he was doing. Okay? The Most High said he was perfect. So why would the Most High bring hell upon Job? Okay? Listen to Job's answer. Job 9, starting at verse 21. Though I were perfect, yet would I not know my soul. I would despise my life. This is one thing, therefore I said it. He destroyed the perfect and the wicked. Matter of fact, in verse 20, he says, if I justify myself, my own mouth shall condemn me. Okay? So we can't justify our own righteousness. Our righteousness has to be justified in the eyes of the Lord, and the Lord created Satan for the purpose of that justification. If I say I am perfect, it shall also prove me perverse. Okay? Because we don't know perfection. All right? The Lord is teaching us his perfection and judgment. All right? Through having us being subject to trials and tribulations and temptations, all right, whom Satan, his henchman would have you, or his perfectly designed Son of God, was purposed for. Okay? Verse 22, this is one thing, therefore I said it. He destroyed the perfect and the wicked. All right? And he destroys the perfect for the purpose of proving, all right, the righteousness and the integrity of those whom he have deemed such. Meaning those whom he have deemed perfect. All right? So last verse, right? Two more, Salakia. 1 Thessalonians 3 and 5. For this cause, when I should no longer forbear, I sent to know your fate, lest by some means, right? This is the purpose. All right, it's for our fate to be known. It said, least by some means the tempter have tempted you, and our labor be in vain. Okay, so when you go to this word tempt here, or tempter rather, when you go to this word tempter, All right.
Strong's G 3985. Pyrazzo. Pyrazzo.
It says outline of biblical usage. 1, to try whether a thing can be done. Whether you can do what? Whether you can continue in the faith. All right. The scriptures speak about the trial of our faith being more precious than gold. All right. It talks about the fiery trials of the wicked. We are being put to the test. The Lord said, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Right? So just to prove whether you are a faithful servant, he created Satan for that purpose, to tempt you. All right? C, to try or test one's faith. This is the tempter's purpose. Virtue, character by enticement to sin. Okay? All right? To solicit to sin, to tempt, of the temptations of the devil. All right? Now, I want to get to the main point. All right? This is outline of biblical usage 3. So like outline of biblical usage 2. D 3. By impious or wicked conduct, to tempt God's justice and patience, and to challenge him to see if you're going to uphold what? The Most High's justice and patience, meaning patience going into suffering, and to challenge him. The Lord created Satan to challenge us, and he's perfect in that role, as it were to give proof of his perfections. That's all I have for the time being. I'll follow up with that last verse, which is going to be Zechariah, the 3rd chapter. All right, and get a little bit more off of that in a part 2. Lord will, you will edify. Until next time, I say Shalom. Kwam Yasharala, Abba, Rise. Israel, destroy confusion. Shalom, Lava Hayim. Peace to the elect.